Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Computer Doctor Show, Mobile Edition. In this episode, I wanted to just go over something that is a little bit inherent and can be applied in many different circumstances. And that is using the right tool for the job. Now this comes to play when you're working on computers, learning computers, or even doing any type of handiwork. You want to make sure that you're using the right tool for the job. I was just finished with a client, and they are in the process of redoing their emergency evacuation plan. Now, if you're going to have a document that has an emergency evacuation plan on it, obviously what you're going to need is a map of the building, a map of the area that you're trying to evacuate from. So, this particular customer had to first obtain some already existing map of the building. This particular customer has multiple buildings, so they needed to find maps of all the buildings and then find a way to create a blank map and redo that map with all of the current information of all the rooms and the routes and things of that sort. So, here's the technical problem that they were having. How do you get a blank map? Well, obviously you would have to first have the map, and then you can alter the map using some sort of software. Which software should we use? Well, one of the key persons that was in charge of this project was not really familiar with any software that had the capability of doing it. But he was minutely familiar with Adobe Photoshop. Adobe Photoshop is a great tool. It's a software that you can alter photos and images to whatever you want. And even within the program, there are lots of different tools within the program that can be used. So I told him a story. Now, my father, who's an accountant, he's been an accountant most of his life, and there came a time where he actually needed to make a diagram of land, because we're going to be putting some fencing on some property, and he needed to draw out where the fence on this property should be. And you guessed it, he did not use Photoshop, he did not use any drawing program. He used Excel, which is it's an accounting software. It's a spreadsheet type software. He knew that program so well that he knew how to draw things using the little boxes and using the extra features that Excel has to actually draw a map using that program, because he knew it the best. Now, that, you can always use different programs to accomplish different things. The same way that you can use a flathead screwdriver to drive in or loosen a Phillips head screw. It can be done, but it's the wrong tool, right? So if there is a tool that you know how to use better than perhaps, say, the new tool, then there's nothing wrong with doing it the old way, or doing it the way that you know how to do it, because you'll get it done faster, and if any changes ever needed to be made, you'll be able to make those changes because you know that program very well. So sometimes it's good to know multiple programs or be familiar with multiple tools. Try not to only use one tool all the time for everything, okay? Because one day there's going to be an application where you're not going to be able to use that tool, where you're going to have to know how to use another program. Even if it's not the right tool, it's just something else in your belt that you can use to further your business and to make technology work for you. I use things like that all the time. Sometimes I don't have the right tools, or I may not have the right program to accomplish a specific goal, but I'll use a program, no problem, that I know very, very well, if I know that it'll accomplish something that will get me by, or at least temporarily, until the real tool arrives. And this day and age, things are slow. It takes time to get things, and the faster things come, the more money they take, the more money they cost. So if you need something quick, you need something fast, and you know of a tool or program that knows how to do it, go ahead and just use that other tool, because the real tool might be a problem to get. Hope this is helpful. This is Aaron with the Computer Doctor Show Mobile Edition. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.